Hi and welcome back. So we've got personal pronoun. So let's just get started. The personal pronoun or the personal pronouns are I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, and us. So if you want to memorize them, you read the words like this: I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, us. I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, us. I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, us. They, them, we, us. I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, us. They, them, we, us. I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, us. Like that. Good. So the subjective, we've got the singular, talking about being the subject. We've got I, he, she, it, and you. So the plural, we've got we, they, and you again. So it depends on how you use it. The you can be singular, and it can be plural. So the sentence tells you which you use or which you mean. So when we are talking about the subjective, or when we say subjective, we are talking about doing the action, the subjects. So don't get confused. The objective, being the object. The singular, we've got me, him, her, it, you. The plural, we've got us, them. We've got you again. So it depends on how you use it. The way you use it tells a person that the you here is a plural or a singular. It is a subject or an object. So the objective, we are talking about receiving the action, being the object. So do not get confused. It's very simple. I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, us. You just remember that. You remember the personal pronouns. I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, us. So subjective, I, he, she, it, you. I, he, she, it, you. I, he, she, it, you. That is singular. Plural, we, they, you. We, they, you. We, they, you. We, they, you. You can teach a student like this so that they easily remember them. And the objective, the singular, me, him, her, it, you. 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 The plural, us, them, you. Us, them, you. Us, them, you. Us, them, you. And so on. So I hope you are not confused. Let's move on. So we've got the first person, and the words we've got here are I, me, we, us. So the first person, the me speaking or we speaking, us. You know that the I and the me are singular. We, us, plural. You remember that. Then second person, and we've got you. You, the singular is you, speaking to you. The plural too is you. The third person, the person we are talking about, we've got he, she, it, him, her, they, them. So the he, she, it, him, her are singular. You remember that. The they and them are plural. You remember that too. You remember that too. So you're teaching your students, you want them to memorize the words. You can read them like this. For example, the first person, I, me, we, us, I, me, we, us, I, me, we, us, I, me, we, us, I, me, singular, I, me, singular, we, us, plural, we, us, plural, we, us, plural, we, us, plural. You can do that. Then the second person, you and you, you and you, you and you, you and you. The third person, he, she, it, him, her. Or you read it like this: he, she, it, him, her, they, them. He, she, it, him, her, they, them. He, she, it, him, her, they, them. He, she, it, him, her, singular. He, she, it, him, her, singular. They, them, plural. They, them, plural. They, them, plural. When you are teaching your child or your students, you should be using this method so that they easily remember the words. I, me, you, he, she. I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, us. I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her, they, them, we, us. First person, I, me, we, us. I, me, we, us. I, me, we, us. I, me, we, us. Second person, you and you. You and you, you and you. Third person, he, she, it, him, her, they, them. He, she, it, him, her, they, them. Different ways. So it helps the students remember easily or quickly. Good. Now, when I say I saw John, I is the subject. So it's a personal pronoun. Don't forget that. He saw John. He, subject, personal pronoun. Don't forget it. She saw John, the subject. It saw John. It, the subject. They saw John. They is the subject. We saw John. We is the subject. You saw John. You is the subject. So I, he, she, it, they, we, you. You see, subjects. They are the subjects here. You remember subjective. You remember that. But if we say John saw me, you see, me is the object. John saw him. Him is the object. John saw her. Her is the subject. John saw it. So you see, there is no difference between it saw John and John saw it. It depends on you understand when a person uses the it. So is it a subject here or the object? John saw them. Them here is the object. John saw us. Us is the subject. Then John saw you. You two here. You two here. There is no difference, just like it is. But you understand that in the sentence, the way that the person uses it. John saw you, or you saw John. So you saw John, you is the subject, but John saw you, you is the object. So here, me, him, her, it, them, us, you, they are the objects. Good. Let's move on. Now, for example, someone says, it's a question, who did this? So do you say me, or do you say I? If it is you, or do you say him or he? Do you say her or she? Do you say them or they? Do you say us or we? Who did this? Me. Who did this? Him. Who did this? Her. Who did this? Them. Who did this? Us. Or who did this? I. Who did this? He. Who did this? She. Who did this? They. Who did this? We. Don't worry, both of them are correct. But you remember, if you are asked that which fits being informal, it is these ones: me, him, her, them, and us. So do not get confused if, for example, you hear someone say, or when you're reading, you see like, who ate my food? Someone says, for example, me, or someone says I. Who ate my food? Him. Who ate my food? He. Who ate my food? Her or she, and so on. So do not get confused. I hope you are not confused. Good. Let's move on. So for example, do you say he is richer than I? Or he is richer than me? He is richer than he? Or he is richer than him? He is richer than she? Or he is richer than she? Or he is richer than her? He is richer than they? Or he is richer than them? He is richer than we? Or he is richer than us? So do you say he is richer than I, or he is richer than me? He is richer than he, or he is richer than him? Don't worry. Here, if you use he is richer than me, than him, than her, than them, than us, the than is a preposition. So it is correct to use it that way. So, but you see what it is. But if you use he is richer than I, then he, then she, then they, then we, the than is a conjunction. So do not get confused. If you say he is richer than I, it is correct. He is richer than me, it is correct too. He is richer than he is correct. He is richer than him too is correct. But you see the difference. But if your teacher taught you that the correct one is he is richer than I, he is richer than he is richer than she, he is richer than they, you use than I, not than me, then he, not than him, then she, not than her, then they, not than them, then we, not than us. If that's what you were taught, for the sake of your marks, you are doing an exam, use than I, then he, then she, then they, and then we to have your marks. But you see that both are correct, but you see the difference. So I hope you are not confused. Let's move on. Now we've got he, him, they, them, his, or their. What do I mean by this? Don't worry. For example, now the man is here. He is waiting for you. You know that man is a male. A male. So you use he. Here, you know that no one uses or no one says they. The man is here. They are waiting for you. I mean, you know that the man is a male. That is what I want you to understand. The man is a male. That is why you have he. And again, for example, here the woman is here. You know that a woman is a female. This is why you say she, not they. You say she, not they. A man, you use he, not they. So here there's no confusion here. Or here you don't use they here. But have a look at the words person, student, someone, no one, everybody. You can think of more examples. A person, all of these words, when you use them, you know that it's either a male or a female. When you say a person, so a person is either a person can be a male or a female. Here it's not like man or woman. Student too, a male or a female. So if you are using them, how do you use the words? Don't worry, let's have examples. A person knows what the person, what he can do. Don't use it like this. Don't use he here. Since you know a person can be a male or a female. A person is a male or a female. Use a person knows what they can do. They can do. So a male or a female. Good. A student should be careful with what he does. Don't use it like this. Use a student should be careful with what they do. They do. You know the reason. Everyone loves his parents. Don't use it like this. Use everyone loves their parents. Their parents. That is what you use there, not his. If someone calls, tell him I'm sleeping. Don't use it like this. You say, if someone calls, tell them I'm sleeping. Tell them, the someone, them. You know, a male or a female. Them, I'm sleeping. No one knows where to keep his bag. Don't use it like that. Say, no one knows where to keep their bag. Their bag. So I hope you are not confused. And I hope the topic is still easy. Good. Here I say I have a cat. She loves me. Who loves me? I'm talking about the cat. The cat. She loves me. The cat is a female. She loves me. So it is correct to use it that way. Or you say, for example, I have a cat. It loves me. Talking about the cat, it is correct to use it like this. Or I have a dog. He loves me. Sorry, I have a dog. He loves me. The dog, the dog. He loves me. It is correct. Or say, I have a dog. It loves me. It is correct. So she loves me or it loves me. Talking about animals. He loves me or it loves me. All of them are correct. So do not get confused if you hear someone say, talking about like their dog, he loves me. He is stubborn, for example, or she loves me. She is beautiful, something like that. Then here we have an example. We have an example that is, she is going to sink. Who? She? The ship. I mean. So you start thinking, she, why not it? It is going to sink. Another example, my car is new. She is beautiful. You ask the question, why she, not it? Again and again, we have Nigeria is my country. She will be rich. Then again you ask, why she, not it? Don't get confused. Using she like this, she is going to sink, or she is beautiful, or she will be rich. Using the she here is old fashioned. So do not get confused. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the topic. I hope it was not difficult. And I say, until next time.